I got my revenge and ruined their career. I work in it. I'm not in a managing position right now, but my contract level would allow me to manage hundreds of people. I'm an expert in my field, and this company needs people like me. From 1 to 10, I'm spiteful and vengeful at level 8. Since I started my new job few years ago, this colleague Mark fantasy name yelled and offended me in front of many people quite often. When he wasn't yelling, he was talking at tea about me with other colleagues. I'm very patient and self-confident. The reason why I didn't stop him earlier is because he was supposed to be my mentor because he knew a lot of the projects that I would work on, and I didn't think anyone would trust me at such an early stage. So I wrote a diary of everything he did to me. I won't lie, he ruined my mood and my mental health. After 6 months, I joined the biggest project of my company, thousands of people involved, and in my group, I was the only person in that particular role. The project manager of our part of the project was a woman named Sarah, still a fantasy name. Before that, we had interacted briefly via email only once, and I didn't like much her behavior but didn't give it much weight. As soon as we started working together, she immediately started annoying me, and it got worse. For every decision I took, she called a meeting with the other groups trying to drive them against me. Every time I was talking, she interrupted me. I made it clear that I didn't like that, and she made sure she would interrupt me every few seconds. It happened only with me. Some other colleague noticed her behavior and tried to help me, but they were doing it quite lightly because they feared her. At some point, she had to present the estimate for our project to the department head. It didn't go well, she got yelled at. Fearing to be responsible for additional mistakes, she made every single task my responsibility, sending mail around, telling it in meetings, even if those tasks had nothing to do with my role. She did it so often that most of the colleagues believed her and thought I was causing a lot of delays by not doing these tasks. Mind me, her boss was often present in meetings but never ever tried to correct her. My mental health worsened. To counter her actions, sometimes I presented the cases to the head of the projects, asking his point of view. He always said that it wasn't my responsibility, but it didn't help much. The situation got so bad that they appointed a manager just to keep an eye on me and my schedule. I had to justify every single thing I did not, and delays. We were 3 months in, and I decided to take action. I'm not going to annoy you with the details, but I spoke with influencing people saying that I was worried about the project because some person was taking wrong decisions and not collaborating. These people slowly noticed things and started to pay attention, double-checking what Sarah was telling. Meanwhile, Mark came aboard the project while I was on holidays. When I came back in an early morning meeting, he did it again. He yelled and offended me in front of many people. He took me by surprise and I lost my calm, threatening to beat the shit out of him. And trust me, I would have done it if we had been in the same office. Luckily for both of us, we work in different cities. I was so upset to have lost my calm that I was thinking to go in his city and end it. Then I decided to take another action. I took out the diary, wrote a long and detailed email to my team leader, Mark's, and Sarah's team leader, our manager, and her manager. I wrote everything. While writing, I enriched the story by changing a little bit some crucial details so that their action would look much worse and not just stupid things. One of these stories was about Mark doing something illegal. Mind me, I didn't write that he did it. I wrote that because this and that, and his own words, I was 90% sure he did something illegal and that it could out our company in danger. Regarding Sarah, I pointed out all her mistakes, all of them, and I continued doing so even after, anytime she did something not perfect. HR took my side but refused to accept my request. I had asked for Mark and Sarah to publicly describe their misbehavior in my regards and apologize sincerely. You know why I asked that? Because I knew that if it happened, I could have triggered Mark into yelling bad words to me in front of 80 people, resulting in his termination. But, like I said, HR didn't support my request, but they had to investigate. I provided such an amount of details that it couldn't be just me making things up. They verified with other colleagues too. They told me I was right, that they would make sure it would never happen again, and they suggested to take me off the project. I didn't want that. This project was too important to me. I asked to take them off the project, and they refused again. I had to take it further. I called the legal office of the company and presented the story of the possible illegal actions of Mark. Now they were obliged to investigate. By absolute chance, in that very same moment, our company got involved in a scandal aided by another colleague doing the exact same illegal things I was accusing Mark of. I took advantage of it and went back to the legal office saying that now we couldn't afford another scandal. A couple of weeks later, they gave me the result of the investigation. Mark was not found guilty of doing illegal actions against me, but they found clear evidence of him doing illegal actions in other occasions multiple times for absolutely no good reason. They told me that probably he won't be fired. I know the reason. Our company is partly guilty by allowing him to have so much power, so they cannot fire him and risk it to backfire. But there are clear evidence of illegal actions, and this will have consequences. As for Sarah, the same week, she declared that she couldn't work on the project anymore for personal reasons. We all know what really happened. She is off the most important project of her career. Some key people are happy about it. And some colleagues is joking between us asking me what I said to have her taken off the project. Mark will hear something soon. Too bad he won't be fired. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment.